Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Hey Corner Crew podcast. I am your host, JJ Lang, and with me, as always, are my two wonderful co-hosts. First, you know him, you love him, Nate, the little goon foss.
Sweep. Sweep. Sweep.
If Nate could wave the broom around, he would, but unfortunately doesn't get
Let's
picked up in the
go.
background. And secondly, before we forget about him, Dan the Statman Scully is also here this week, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm in the press box. Sort of.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
That's why I said sort of.
Not Nate trying to sneak into the building and find Dan's seat a couple days ago.
I didn't sneak in the building. I walked in the front door.
Yes, but you also don't deny the fact that you were trying
The
to
door
find
is
Dan's
open.
seat. I know it's open. The
The
amount of
door to the press box was open. What do you want?
we probably shouldn't say this live on air, you moron.
It's because somebody was up there. That's
Yeah,
the
sure.
only reason why it was open. Is because somebody was up there.
Anyways, we have a very exciting weekend of hockey to go over before we then preview yet another exciting weekend of hockey. So I'm going to pitch things over to Dan. The women's team, as Nate very nicely spoiled for all of you people.
Undefeated, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Anyways, I'm going to now let Dan Scully speak because last I checked, Nathan, your name is not Dan Scully. So I'm going to let him kind of get going on this and get us going on the women's series.
I can be Dan Scully if I want to be.
Okay, Aaron. As both JJ and Nate mentioned, it was a sweep last weekend.
Let's go.
One game a little closer than the other. One game maybe a little closer than we would have liked, but two wins nonetheless. The Tigers won 3-2 on Friday in a 750 contest. 2 goals in the first. Assumption got one back in the second that was answered about 6 minutes later. And Assumption had a second in the third, because that's not a time twister. But it was not enough to defeat the Tigers. Goals from Megan McCormick, Nicole Ness, and Lexi Sung. That one was fixed from... I think it was correct, then made incorrect, then fixed again. At least...
Yes, I want to...
Yeah.
I believe Dom, anyway. That's what he said.
Yeah, there was also some... this might have been the second game, too, but there was questions across the board for a few goals on whether or not certain individuals had 2 or they only had 1 and somebody else scored the second one. Like, Assumption's statisticians in the building were not very good with keeping track of who scored and whatnot when scoring plays happened.
Assumptions,
feed also
everything
crashed.
in that building was not good.
Yeah, their feed also crashed
At least the hockey was good.
792 times the entire time where people were trying to stream it, so that was fun.
Hey, they might not have been able to handle the number of RIT fans that wanted to watch that game.
Very true. There was a good number of them there.
Well, they
shout
were
out to
also
everybody who
broadcasting
attended
from the corner through a net.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
At least you
Not
could
the worst
see
way
the
I've ever watched a
corner.
hockey game, by the way.
Holy cross.
So
You're never letting that go.
man,
are
he
you?
just took a shot in the dark there. So 2 things I want to start off with this first game. First of all, shout out to all the RET fans that were there. You were very obviously there. We could see all of you. For those of us who were not able to make it, loud and proud, like always, love to see it. Second of all, I think we now know why the former St. Michael's goaltender left. It's very obvious that she was not the problem at that school. Their defense was, because she actually played a pretty solid game on Friday.
Yeah.
She wasn't awful.
I mean, 38 saves. I mean, can we talk
Yeah.
about 41 shots?
Yeah, that was pretty fantastic.
Holy. That came out of nowhere.
Celeste wanted offense, and she got offense.
Except it didn't, and we all know that it didn't come out of nowhere.
No. Yeah.
No, it's been building for a couple of years now.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I mean. Like, we're averaging a good amount of shots this year, which is awesome. Yeah. What were 38 saves, including 15 in the second period. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was
Sarah
pretty solid that game.
Sarah was solid, as always. 33-23 face-offs. This game was way too close. Oh my god.
This game is
I'm
closer than
ripping
it
the
should have
Band-Aid
been.
off. That was awful. The last minute and a half of regulation were not fun.
I was gonna say Addie Alvarez about gave me a heart attack when she took that penalty.
Oh my god. That was Addie. I know we like penalties at RAT, but can we not do that?
The penalty parade was on full show again.
Not really. I mean,
When it counted, it was.
And the power play stats don't make any sense for either game.
No,
That's lovely.
Yeah, this is not good. No.
I hadn't even bother pulling up the stats for this game because
we had 3 penalties and they only have Assumption having 2 power plays. Which one am I saying? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are we missing a penalty kill for them?
They're missing a penalty kill.
Missing a...
So we went 3 for 3 on the power play.
So that's fantastic.
On the PK?
PK. I would love it if we could go 3 for 3 on the power play.
That would be nice.
That'd be awesome.
I kind of love that.
Attendance 317, including the players and staff and coaches and the kids playing on the other rink in that building. And
yeah, there was no chance there was that many people there. I don't believe that.
Honestly,
that might have been number of tickets sold.
For Assumption's first Division 1 game, that was good.
That
was a heck of a lot closer than we thought. I mean, listen to us last week. We were saying, "Oh, sweep gonna be easy." That game was not easy.
No,
and there were people in Discord saying that double digits weren't out of the question.
No,
and I mean they were out of the question.
Well, and I think the reason why is because we saw this goaltender last year and we totally obliterated her into the sun. And I think we all kind of figured,
not her fault though.
No, and I think this game proves that St. Michael's goaltender, St. Michael's defense was the problem there, not her. Because she made some pretty good saves.
In a blowout game like the 8-0 St. Michael's game, it's never on the goalie.
No, it's always in the defense for not making enough stops.
It's never on the goalie.
Plugging lanes, yeah.
If I remember, she made like 40-something saves in that game. And it was insane.
We just, scored
had more goals than they did shots.
Yeah, it was kind of funny though.
Good win Friday. Good first win in the books. And faced a little adversity in that game, which is good because let's be honest, we're going to face a lot of it.
Was that Nicole Ness's? Was that Nicole Ness's first collegiate goal?
It was her first goal as a Tiger, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought she
was
scored
it?
last.
I don't remember.
But maybe
for some reason I don't remember her scoring last year. I don't know. I could be very mistaken in that, but I don't remember that.
Yeah. Pull up the stats.
Let's double check that and see what the case is here.
Yeah, she had 2 goals last year.
All right.
Okay, never mind. Her first goal of this year. But at the same time, I mean, obviously, if it's not her first goal, but she's scoring early on. Hopefully, that's a reflection of what we're going to see later on. I
want everybody to get rolling here.
I like hearing names that we're not used to hearing from the past years. Scoring and being involved in plays now. Like Nicole Ness only scored twice. Was that last year or all time?
Well, I think she transferred in, didn't she?
She transferred in from St. Cloud.
Okay. Oh wow. So I mean, could we be having the women's equivalent of JoJo just lurking there, like where she kind of is quiet her first year, then comes out this year and turns into the Kraken and is just destroying people? Like it could be that. She could.
And I now know what you mean by the penalties. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? What happened what did I miss in this game?
That's a great question.
What are all these unsportsmanlike conducts? All right, let's go to Saturday because now I'm confused. I did not get the chance to watch the game Saturday. Unfortunately,
jumping to Saturday now.
What?
Not such a close game Saturday. 5-1 for the Tigers. Started out slow for both teams. Tigers got on the board in the first. Assumption tied it up in the second. And then our IT decided, yeah, we're gonna make up for it. We're gonna score 4 in the third.
Celeste woke up and chose violence on Saturday. Let's just beat the brakes off them on Saturday.
How much of it could have been Assumption kind of running out of gas too?
That's
Could be.
kind of what I was saying.
We saw that with ourselves a few years ago.
Because they seemed like in the second, they seemed like they were just floored. Like their tank was empty.
20 first-year players.
They
that
seemed
is a
gassed in the
jump.
second.
Oh my God. Can we not have a motorcycle go by my house every freaking time we record a podcast?
See, you say this, but every single time that you say this, nobody can ever hear it when the pod gets released.
Really?
I think they'll stop.
I
anyway.
literally never hear
that's
the
good.
car or the motor.
Okay.
Makes
me feel better.
I think they'll stop anyway, considering, winter's coming.
That's not going to stop them. There's stupid drivers everywhere.
Western New York, come on. Man.
People are idiots. They think they can drive in the black ice in their scooters.
Don't get me started.
Good to see Emma Rowland get one and a second.
And then I was gonna say, and then another one.
Glad to get her going. She's got to get going. She
was
had
kind
a
of
tough
asleep
year
last year a little bit. Yeah.
So I'm looking for her to have a big senior.
I shouldn't say
season.
asleep. That's rude. She just kind of was off last year, and obviously she got surgery on her shoulder, and that we all saw when she was, at the meet and great in a sling.
Obviously,
4-point weekend for Lexi Slung.
Yeah, Lexi Sung kind of went nuts.
4 points this weekend. Nice.
We'll take that. She was all over.
Love that.
Over the place, Lexi Sung. And so were some of the incoming newer players too. They were all over the place. Also, a few of them.
She also went 13-3 in the faceoff dot. What a weekend, Lexi! Yeah,
Lexi Sung is just kind of making a name for herself now.
Linda Rule 1 for 1 in the faceoff dot as well. This is how you win games. All right.
Did we mention she's from Latvia yet?
Because we're not doing this again. 37 of 55 faceoffs for RAT. That's a big number. That is big.
That's dominant in the dot.
Love being dominant in the dot, baby. Let's go.
Hashtag bring back the dots. You heard it, Dr. Munson.
Oh my God. No.
Yes.
We're not doing this on our podcast.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Bring back the dots. It's true.
Wait a second.
Jeez, Dan, what did you find? Sophia looked good in her. Looks like she looked good in her first game.
Sophia looked pretty good. Yeah, she kind of had a great game Saturday.
6 shots.
She also had a shot on goal on Friday.
Okay.
That I saw that stat and I was like,
somebody
excuse me, what?
explain these unsportsmanlike conduct penalties to me. What the heck happened? Did Assumption just lose their, you know what?
Maybe.
I mean, Jaden got one too, but Assumption's got 2.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I blame Sidearm for that.
We figuratively brought with us the violent sign to that game.
Yeah, jeez.
The team borrowed it. They had it on the bench. They were just turning it on by the door.
Well, we not.
That sign's great, and you know it.
I know. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, can we not bring it on the bench?
I think it belongs on the bench. What are you talking about?
Keep it in the corner, not on the ice. Thank you.
They can have the old one, not on the ice.
Another 30+ shot performance from the team. Love that.
Offense was kicking this weekend.
Gonna need that this weekend.
Yes.
We'll get to that in a minute. I got thoughts.
Yeah, so do I.
Big thoughts.
That's the smoke coming out of your ears.
Hey, unbeaten September.
Unbeaten. I don't know the last time we've been able to say that for the ladies. And it's pretty awesome that we get to.
A long time.
The as we've said in the season preview, the build up is coming. this team is going to be competitive, and they've shown it the last 2 weekends.
Here's your test.
Yeah. Well, let's do around the league first for scores, and then we'll get into the big test.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we had an unbeaten September was 2018-19. A
record of
1-0-1.
Who do we play?
Holy Cross.
That's right.
And not that it matters for anything because it was an exhibition, but we also tied Ryerson, winning the shootout 1-0.
Yes, I remember that game. That was awesome. So it was the first shootout we've ever had at RIT.
That was my first time in Policini.
And Dan wasn't sitting in the corner.
No, I was all the way on the other end, actually. It was my first time there, Nate.
I am so disappointed in you.
I had no idea who you were.
That's a problem.
Yes, because Nate is the center of the universe.
Okay, so quick story. 20, and not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure it was JJ, but at the Niagara semifinal game at Harbor Center, somebody goes, "Are you Nathan Fox?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they go, "I follow you on Instagram." I'm like, "Who the heck?"
I think that was actually me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm pretty sure it was you. That was my first JJ interaction. And I should have known right then and there that this was going to be an issue.
Because that was the game that me and TJ showed up like 3 hours before the first game was going to be played. Well, there was a youth tournament being played. We just sat there watching. And the security guys were like, are you guys like here for the quarterfinals for Atlantic? We're like, yes. You guys got to check on your tickets.
Like, can I just show you my ticket?
Like, can I just stay here? Because like I don't want to move. And like we literally managed to kick people out of the section we were in to keep them out of there, so that as the RIT fans funneled in, it was just us for like the whole side. I don't know how we pulled that off. We managed to actually do it, which was hilarious. I think that was how some people realized that, like, oh man, this guy's kind of crazy. He's like getting here before our game even starts.
Oh my god, go through around the league, because I nearly just had a heart attack looking at Minnesota stats.
All right, Dan, let's do it.
The league week started on Thursday with Wisconsin putting up a touchdown, but not the extra point on Lindenwood. That series would get a little uglier on Friday. 16-1.
Tied an NCAA record.
Yeah,
I thought it was 1 goal shy. That was an
absolute killing
record.
I think it tied the largest margin of victory record.
Oh, that could be.
I think that's what it was.
Let's see. Wisconsin scored 3 in the first, 6 in the second, and 7 in the third.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
And Wisconsin,
like we said,
went 4 for 5 on the power play.
They were what?
4 for 5 on the power play.
They got humbled. They got humbled real quick.
Syracuse swept.
Yeah, they got the snot kicked out of them
with a 2-0 result Friday and a 3-2 result on Saturday.
Not surprising.
It feels like these new hot teams are not necessarily the same punching bags we would have believed them to have been. I mean, I know Syracuse has fallen off, but...
And St. Michael's only lost 4-2 to UNH on Sunday.
That's shocking.
So I don't know how good... And UNH beat St. Anselm 6-1 the night before. Yeah. So...
Proof that dogs are better than cats. The Yukon Huskies beat the Penn State Nittany Lions.
Let's go.
2-0 on Friday. And the two teams tied at 1 on Saturday.
And Penn State is still somehow ranked.
Okay, JJ.
This man really just said dogs are better than cats.
Now that JJ's broken.
I was not expecting Dan to say that. I'm sorry. That was way too funny.
Ooh, they have this wrong.
Who has what wrong now?
The second Union RMU game.
Okay. On Friday, Union beat RMU 5-2, and apparently there's something wrong with the listing for Saturday's
RMU
game.
won that game in overtime, and that goal was filthy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
The RMU girl went in on a breakaway and just absolutely went deked the other goalie out of her pads and roof job.
Oh, you're saying that it's wrong because it doesn't list that it's a final.
Yeah, it doesn't list that it was an overtime. Yeah, I'm not pulling up the box score.
The box score says that.
The box score I'm gonna pull up though. Probably the best game of the weekend.
St. Lawrence beat Mercyhurst 5-1 Friday and 6-5 Saturday in a stunning collapse.
That was actually hilarious when I saw that.
3 extra attacker goals.
Ugh.
First one on the power play. They scored 3 goals in a minute and a half. The tying goal came with 3 seconds to go.
Imagine
3.8.
scoring an empty net goal to go up by 3 and still losing the game.
And still losing the hockey game.
See, usually when you see teams get empty netters, it's because like they're gonna win and they're just padding their lead. This is the first game I've ever seen where that didn't happen. Where
I've seen
scored
it
an empty
before,
netter and still managed to lose.
I've never seen it with a 3-goal lead.
That's insane.
That is
like,
awesome.
How? I don't understand how that even happened.
And
did they end up
2.2 seconds left on the clock, the overtime goal was scored.
Oh my god.
I love hockey. What other sport, man? What other sport?
There like isn't one.
That is so awesome. What a game.
So why don't we do
sucks for the conference, but
it makes the conference look pretty crap. Why don't we have Dan do the upcoming weekend's schedule, and then we'll get into the Minnesota game for us. So like get that out of the way, then we can spend some time talking about Minnesota.
Why are the games not in chronological order?
Just let it happen, Dan.
Anyway, league week is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I see the Saturday one. That's not okay. You're good. I thought you were nuts. Continue.
Mercyhurst hosts St. Cloud State, 6:00 Friday, 2:00 Saturday. Penn State goes to Colgate at 6:00 Friday and 2:00 Saturday. Syracuse has their first home games of the year against Merrimack, 6:00 Friday, 3:00 Saturday. St. Thomas hosts Lindenwood, 6 p.m. Central both nights. Robert Morris plays a series. I bet you I know why that's not ordered, right? Because instead of a single digit, it's 2:00.
That makes sense.
So the more you know with Dan Scully.
So Robert Morris hosts St. Anselm 2:00 Saturday and noon on Sunday. And the only game that I haven't mentioned is the 2 that are being played at GPC.
Let's go!
First home, baby! For the year.
Let's go!
Yeah, I cannot.
Oh my god, the wait is almost over. The wait is almost over. We're almost
there. At the time
there.
of this recording, there's like 2 days away, so we're like.
Hang on. I'm pulling it up. We are 2 days, 21 hours, and 57 minutes as of 8:02 on Tuesday.
Told you it was 2 days, Dan.
It's basically
2 days. 2 days and 21 hours. We have to go
all day Friday.
Nobody cares. Semantics, Dan. We're still 2 days away. Wow, thanks, Nate. What a jerk.
You're welcome.
Today I'm just going at you for like no reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, why? What have I done to you?
Because you go at me all the time. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, but that's part of the bit.
That is very part of the bit. Yeah, so we have a very, 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 very tough opponent coming to town this weekend in Minnesota.
I don't think you had enough fairies.
Their
leading returning goal scorer had 50 points last year.
I think it was enough fairies.
Yeah, I'm probably missing about 20 or 25.
Their leading goal scorer that's coming back had 29 goals or 50 points this year.
That's
Abby Murphy. Shut her down.
I have a hunch we will be hearing her name a few times this weekend.
A couple of times. She had 146 shots. She was a plus 38.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. Those are video game numbers right there. Those are
7 game-winning goals.
Yeah, that's scary.
Oh my lord.
Hey, ladies,
hey, she took 28. She took 28 penalties last year, though. So get in her head early.
Yeah, maybe it's just something stupid. This game, I feel like.
Let's be honest, it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to go one of two ways, and we're being real here. As much as
very real.
And I'm going to be optimistic in a minute, but I'm going to be really honest here. These games are going to go one of two ways. Sarah Coe is going to have the game of her life.
Yep.
And going to shut down the Minnesota offense and keep us in the game enough to possibly squeak out a win. Or we're going to get killed.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like,
killed is an understatement.
I'm not trying to like knock the girls or anything, because again, I'm going to be optimistic in a minute. I'm getting the realism out of the way right now.
Yes.
This is a very good hockey team coming in.
They're
number 4 in the country for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't played a game yet.
Your only chance is to catch them early. You've got to.
Yeah. Minnesota is very good.
There is a reason for that.
There's a reason for that. They recruit the best players. They are the premier program in women's college hockey in Division I. They are.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's them in Wisconsin. They're 1-2. You can put them up against each other, argue it all day. It's them. They have played one game. It was an exhibition game against the junior team from Minnesota. They have not played a Division I opponent yet. This is their first game. I'm assuming they're coming in Thursday. Probably going to skate here Thursday and then Friday. There is a chance that we can catch them off guard in the first and second period. If this game is close going into the third on Friday, oh Lord, I'm gonna have no voice for SLU on Saturday if that's the case.
Yeah, that could be problematic.
Yeah,
like I definitely think they can win.
I'm not saying,
but you're gonna have to catch them Friday. You got to either catch them sleeping Friday, or the offense needs.
Who knows? Maybe they come in and say, "Oh, it's RAT. They've won 7 games in the last 3 years. We got this, no issue." And then bang.
The only other way,
get on them early. Get the first goal of the hockey game. Get the crowd into it. There's going to be a decent crowd, I'm sure. It's the first hockey game on campus of the year. Pet band's going to be excited. We're going to be excited. Corner's going to be loud, no matter how many.
Let's also remember this game is at 6 o'clock, which means it's in the
6
evening.
o'clock, so you can go out and do whatever you want after.
Yep, there is now no excuse. There is literally no time excuse now, because it's not like it's at 2 o'clock on a Friday. The only thing that sucks is
it's a break.
That's true.
Yep,
it's fall break.
There will be people who will still hear.
Right, and how many people are going to leave Saturday because they got all the way through Tuesday?
Could be that. That's very true.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm excited.
Bring it.
I think you're right. I think this game's gonna go. I think either Sarah Coe has the game of her life and we squeak one out, or we get literally torn in half. My other thing is,
and again, maybe that's a good thing.
I also think there's a third option here.
Maybe it's a good thing. Getting trunked gives you that's the measuring stick. That's where our program wants to be, right? We want to be the best team we want to be the best team in CHA. Right?
Yes, obviously.
Like we want to win CHA year in, year out. That's where our program wants to be. That's where we should be. Because we have everything you need to do that. We're not there yet. I don't think we're far off, but we're not there yet. This is a measuring stick of where we want to be. And I think this is going to, even if we do get killed, great. It gives us stuff to work on. And if that's the hardest team we have to play this year, and it's maybe we don't get killed, who knows? Maybe I think getting killed can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing, but it can also be a good thing.
I also think the other option we could see here is the defense's optional game, where both teams just start scoring like crazy, and I think that's realistic to say.
JJ, we can't get into a track meet with this team, man.
I mean, I think we don't want to, but
no, we don't want to, and we can't.
I'm not saying we obviously don't want to, but
these are the best college age women players in the world on this team. In the world. That's how good Minnesota is.
Yeah, they're kind of cracked.
they're it's nuts. They have Olympians on their roster.
Yes. And they have
future Olympians. I mean, so do we. Linda Rule, Latvia, Olympian. When Latvia qualifies, I'm gonna go nuts.
Yeah, right. Because
they're coming.
They'll be.
They're coming.
I'm gonna end up getting a Latvian Olympic hockey jersey when that happens.
I kind of want to.
That'd be really cool.
I kind of want to get a Linda Rule Latvia jersey.
That'd be really awesome to do that.
All right, I'm done being pessimistic. Let's do this. Come on. There's nothing saying we can't beat Minnesota.
I really want to see a win Friday. I think Saturday's tougher. I think Friday, your window for victory is better. I definitely think it's possible.
If we win Friday.
St. Lawrence is not going to know what hit them. We're going to carry that fight into Saturday.
Tully's isn't going to know what hit them.
That too.
McGregor's, Tully's, wherever we go, it's not going to know what hit them.
Oh my God. Give me every tender you have in the building now.
Oh my God.
Would you like to order tenders, sir? Yes. How many? Yes.
I could just see Dan just in the press box, breaking every rule up there, just fist pumping.
I don't think anybody would stop me.
No.
Tim's not going to stop you. He's not going to care.
I will hug
Tim will be at volleyball anyway.
I will hug everybody in the corner if we win Game Friday. It would be the biggest win in program history. It would.
Yeah.
It really would.
Definitely.
Biggest regular season win in program history. I'm still taking the championships over anything else, but
yeah, those championships are massive. Biggest regular season win ever. Biggest win over a ranked opponent ever, probably too.
Nope, I'm retracting that statement because I haven't looked it up. Highest ranked opponent for sure.
That's what I just said.
I don't think it's our. I was gonna say it could be our first win against a ranked opponent, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I have to look that up.
I think that's true. I feel like we've beaten one before.
I don't think so. We have at least one, probably. Like early on, we probably had one.
I was gonna say probably early D1.
Let's do our predictions.
Early D1.
Yeah, let's do our predictions before we move on to the other game this weekend.
Okay, do you want my realist prediction or do you want my RIT hockey fan prediction?
Let's do the realist ones for the sake of the pod. Because we all know that fan-wise we want to sweep them because it would be great, but it's not going to happen.
It's going to be a learning experience. I think that's all I'm going to say. I think you can guess what that implies, but it's going to be a learning experience.
I think you're right.
Again,
but the optimist in me is going to say
this split. Is the bar where we want to be. That we want to be a Minnesota.
Yes.
I don't think we ever will be, but we want to be like in that same tier as them.
Yes.
At least, maybe not on a yearly basis, but we want to get to that point at some point.
Exactly.
And
I
think we have the right coach to do it too, by the way.
Yeah, I think we definitely do.
I really do.
I'm going to say split because I want to be optimistic. I'm going to say we win Friday in a close one, like 1-goal game, maybe even win it in overtime.
Don't say that. No, stop. No, I would not be. I will leave the building.
Give me the overtime win, Nate.
I will sit in the closet for the entire overtime. No.
Make it that much better when it happens. And I'm gonna say we win Friday and drop Saturday.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I think
that was going to be my other prediction.
I think if we win Friday, they are going to come out and beat the absolute crap out of us on Saturday. It's going to be like, yep, kind of saw that coming. That's what I think is going to happen in that.
Watch them win on Saturday while we're at SLU.
I would be so sad.
I've been saying that for weeks. Watch it happen. The biggest win in program history is while we're not there.
Which, by the way, if you are not able to go to SLU because you did not buy tickets or do not feel like driving and trying to risk buying tickets at the door for general admission, please go to the women's game Saturday.
Go to the women's game. Go to the women's game. Go to the women's game.
Yeah. Yes, please.
There's nobody on campus. All of your friends went home. If you're still on campus, go to the hockey game. All your friends are there.
So go to the game, make new friends there, and leave your old friends behind because they no longer matter.
Jesus, JJ. Dan, prediction.
We will be your friends now.
I probably am going to sound crazy for saying this, but I have this weird gut feeling that we're going to win one of these games.
I've had that gut feeling for weeks.
I'm kind of with you now. Like when I saw them on the schedule, I was like, "Yep, there's 2 losses." But now I'm kind of like,
I don't know. I saw the schedule come out, I think my exact words were, "What the f? What are we doing?"
Hey, they owed us a return trip from 2 years ago.
Good on Celeste for scheduling Minnesota and getting them to come to Policini.
Well, Dan just said they owed us a return trip, so they kind of had to.
They didn't have to owe us a return trip.
And to be fair, we're not privy to the contract. They might not have actually owed us one.
Right. And how much did they pay us to go out there 2 years ago? That's my question. Because that does happen.
Yeah, it does.
That does happen. Yes, it happens a lot.
Maybe it did.
Does it happen in college hockey? I know it happens in other college sports, but
I wouldn't be shocked. You really think Holy Cross wants to go out to North Dakota? And get absolutely smoked like they did last year.
Hey, maybe they felt cocky.
I mean, yeah, rightfully so. They went to the championship game. Anyway.
Yes, moving on.
But seriously, good on Celeste for not being scared to schedule Minnesota. She's not scared of them. Which I love.
I'm not going to lie. I'm scared of them.
JJ, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
But we're not the head coach.
I'm like, no.
Which is probably a good thing.
Like, hey, you want to schedule these guys? Oh, no thanks. I'm good.
I'm with you, Dan, though. I think like just talking Discord, I feel like everybody has that gut feeling that there's a chance.
I think that they could sleep on us. Honestly, they could be like, whatever, these guys are nobody. And then we go in there and just beat the brakes off them.
I'm going to be telling them to come out to the lobby where we're all waiting for them to celebrate like we just won the national title.
100,000% yes, we're doing that.
Oh my God. Okay.
I have bottles of bubbly just waiting for it to come out.
No, we're not there. I'm not wasting that on a regular season win against Minnesota.
I would. What are you talking about? Anyways, moving on. Our other team is also back this weekend. RIT men's hockey makes their season opener up in Canton, New York against St. Lawrence. There is a handful of us going. You will probably see us and you will probably hear us if you watch the game from home.
But you shouldn't be watching the game from home because you should be at the women's game.
Yes. Unless you're like, bedridden for some reason, in which case then watch that game. But like,
have fun passing pretty close to my house.
So crash at Dan Scully's house confirmed? We're just going to sleep there overnight?
No.
Yes, that's a fantastic idea. So the guys play up there. This is their season opener. This game has the implications to do some pretty big things for the guys right off the bat. So obviously, as we mentioned in the men's season preview, the all-time win count right now for the program is 998 overall wins. St. Lawrence would theoretically be 999 if we beat them, which would theoretically,
please don't blow a third period lead this time, boys.
Yeah,
I'm
let's not do that.
begging you.
Why not?
So if we were to,
that made the drive home miserable.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. If we were to beat St. Lawrence this upcoming weekend, and then beat Notre Dame again, and beat Notre Dame again. We did beat them before a couple years ago, and then beat Notre Dame next Saturday for homecoming. That would make Notre Dame the 1,000th career win for the program, and it would also probably rank the men's team nationally. I don't really see how we'd come out of that having, again, theoretically, if we beat St. Lawrence this weekend and then Notre Dame, how we're not ranked immediately after that. That's the story for next week.
Where's Xavier Lapointe from?
That's a great question. Where is Xavier Lapointe from?
He's listed as Quebec City because they have a Greg Lapointe, and he's also from Quebec.
His brother.
Is there something we don't know?
Xavier, message us on Instagram if you have dirt on your brother, if this is your brother or someone you're related to. Is the last name spelled the same way?
Yes.
Oh,
sorry, I'm looking at their roster.
That could be really funny.
Talk
Not me going to Instagram for this to DM them. So I think we're expecting big things this game. All of us. Obviously the men's season last year ended on a note that we were all really not hoping it would end on. But I think this team is hungry. We have a lot of young talent that I think is going to come in and just immediately start going nuts off the bat. So
no, they're not brothers. Confirmed.
Dang, that sucks.
That sucks.
I'm
depressing.
confused.
That's depressing. Why? Why are you confused now? Dan. You're confused every week, Dan.
Because I'm looking at our records page, and if you add up all the wins from all of the head coaches we've had in history, I get 1023.
We had this discussion in Discord. Ed confirmed it's at 998. Something is off somewhere.
Maybe we're counting exhibition games that we shouldn't be.
I think that's actually what happens.
What it is.
Yeah. Because we had this conversation with Ed because Ed was confused and he went through multiple sources and confirmed it was 998.
That's right. That's coming back to me now.
It makes sense.
St. Lawrence.
Yeah, let's go into this a little more in depth now.
One of the better barns in the country.
They have a nice building.
Except the stairs.
I've never been. Dan, can I test? No.
I've never been either.
Nope.
I'm looking forward.
Very excited.
Do it though.
We are set 6 and 7 all time, at least at the Division 1 level. I know we played St. Lawrence a bunch in Division 3. But athletics only goes back through the Division 1 history, unfortunately. I'd love to see what the all-time record actually is.
It'd be kind of great to see that.
But we did lose. Actually, one of RAT's biggest wins in team history was against St. Lawrence. It was our first nationally ranked opponent. Jocelyn Gamond had the game people call it the Gamond game. RAT won 3-2 for their first. I think actually it might have been their first win in Division 1 history against a ranked opponent. And ask anybody that was there, Jocelyn Gamond was unbelievable. My dad will tell that story for days.
Well, thinking of Gamond again and ask him that story then.
He tied the Division 1 record for most saves in a 3-period game by a winning goaltender.
Yes. It was unbelievable. There's actually a replay of it on YouTube somewhere. The camera quality is horrible.
As you'd expect from 2005.
The place was just going absolutely ballistic. It was second most saves in the game by a Tiger netminder, and most since Marty Reisner made 75 back in the mid-70s.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Simone Lambert scored the first goal, my favorite RAT player of all time. Sorry. Continue.
So let's look at what we've got going into this game. I think it's fair to say that I expect big things from Pissarro and I expect big things from Hanson Bukata right off the bat. That tandem last year was absolutely freaking lethal. And JoJo had his spot like right above the dot that he was like a freaking sniper from. So I'm going to sit here and say, if St. Lawrence isn't absolutely trying to swarm him at the dot, they're being stupid, because he will make you pay if you let him sit there without anybody on him.
Obviously, the first thing I want to say is don't take stupid penalties.
Yes, please, God Almighty.
This is a good St. Lawrence team.
And don't make the penalty sheet look like what it did in the game we were just talking about.
Zellerquist isn't their goalie anymore, is he?
No, he's gone.
I was gonna say.
Their leading goal scorer is back though. Luke Salem. 10 goals, 27 points in 36 games last year. Yeah, good. Dan, am I boring you?
Ooh, that's a death glare right there.
That was the death glare. I love it again. He had 45 block shots. He also
beat up on Friday.
He led the team in blocks as well. So, this is a good St. Lawrence team. They got upset last year in the quarterfinals to Colgate, who actually eventually went on to win ECAC. But that, I mean, by no means were they not a good hockey team last year. They were, I mean,
no, they're
right around 500, but they had some good wins. And I think, I mean, they swept Union, who beat us. So obviously there's something there. ECAC was good all around last year, honestly. They did blow a 3-0 lead in game 1 in that series against Colgate, though. So it should be a good game. I'm very excited. I can't wait to just get there. The stress of getting tickets was unbelievable. It was way worse than Union. I will tell you guys off air, but it was ridiculous.
I look at this and I go, if we can come out the same way we did last year against Union, where they just come out fast and they just shove the puck down the goaltender's throat for a first period, take a strong commanding lead to start the game. Just set the tone immediately. Just go. Like, I very clearly remember last year, Randy looking at me after the first period and going, these guys look good.
And I knew we were good. I didn't think we were going to come out that hot.
I want that feeling again. I want this period to end, and I want to be able to look around and go, here we go again. Here we go. Like, I want to have that feeling. Don't come out slow. Don't come out sluggish. Come out and make them pay. Just go nuts.
Should be yeah, very excited.
Yes,
very good hockey team we got, man, and we finally get to see it. We've been talking a lot coming into this year. It's finally time to put it on the ice and say, let's go.
Yep.
So there's about 30, a little over 30. I think there's 32 of us going Saturday. It's gonna be a good time.
It's a good number. That's a good number of people.
It's right about what we had for Union last year, so good number. We're gonna be nice and loud. Obviously, as always, we are not going to be buying into the games that St. Lawrence wants to play. Their fans, I mean, whatever. Yeah, we'll talk about that in Discord this week. But before we move on and go to the Atlantic hockey preview, I want to give a quick shout out to an old friend, Colby Matthews. Played in a game against Michigan. Gave up 2 goals on 11 shots. That's not bad for how loaded Michigan is.
No.
Played well. Ended up only played about 10 minutes. He started the game, only played about 10 minutes, but it's good to see Colby actually get some ice that I feel like he's earned, and against a team that loaded and talented.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna miss him.
But anyway, I want to make sure that got in there. So
yes, thank you for that.
Jacob Barchevsky made 11 saves and got the win, by the way.
Bastard.
That was the one and only game.
Yeah, the one and only game he'll ever play in the entire season.
No, that was the one and only game in Division I men's hockey this week.
Oh.
All right.
Because the NCAA messed up.
Before we move on to around the league, I have a bit of a trivia question for you two.
Oh, this is going to be
I'm good at this. I'm good at this.
This is based on...
New segment, Scully's Trivia Corner?
This is based on
like
the game that we
I
were
do too.
the game that we were just talking about from back in 2005.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
What percentage of St. Lawrence's shots on goal in that game came on the power play?
It was a ton. I know that.
86.
Nate?
It was a lot. I'm gonna go a little lower, 86, a little much. For how many shots they had in that game. I'm gonna go 43.
In between you two, 69%.
40. Nice. Oh, no! Nice.
47 of 68 shots on goal were on the power play.
Good Lord.
Including 20 shots on goal in the third period on the power play. Now that was helped by the fact that there was a game misconduct, 5 in a game late in the second for RIT, but...
Huh? They had 20 power play shots in the third?
That's actually insanity.
Thank God.
That's almost
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
This game, I was 6, and I would have been losing my. If it was today, I'd be losing my mind.
I was 6.
Oh my! I was 6. I was definitely there.
Oh my God.
Like I said, I've been going. Like I've said this before. I've been going to games since almost everybody that listens to this knew this school existed. So.
Yeah, pretty much. Should we do our predictions first? Yeah. I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say 5-2. 5-2 score. I'm gonna say
6-1.
It's gonna be closer than that. 4-3.
6-1.
Oh, don't give me that, Dan. I'm gonna say 5-2.
Don't do that to me, Dan. Okay, honestly, I don't care what score.
I'm gonna say 5-2.
Game. That's a long drive home, man. I don't want to do that after a loss.
I want to be celebrating with Jay and Talbot on the way back home. That's gonna be great.
Just be careful they don't swing any golf clubs at you.
See, I was part
right.
of that. So that was our car to Syracuse when we were trying to beat President Biden.
Oh, that's right.
It's the 4
of us. God, that was so
that
much
was
fun.
A nightmare. That was
the
such
4
a
of us
fun
all
car
there.
ride. Oh my God.
We beat the president. Let's go. That was so funny. All right, let's do our weekend preview for around Atlantic hockey too, Dan, if you don't mind.
Atlantic hockey's back. Let's go. Let's go.
Can't
wait
like
to have a crappy out of conference record. Let's go.
So
can we not do that this year? Sorry, Dan. I had to finish my thoughts. I'm good.
I'm going to start with the exhibition games. There are 3 exhibition games this weekend. For some reason, Sacred Heart's playing 2 of them. On Saturday, Sacred Heart hosts Merrimack at 2, and Sunday they host the University of Ottawa at 4.
GG. Somebody needs to explain to me what a GG is.
Something to do with a racehorse. I remember reading about this because Taylor Sims played.
Yeah,
she was in town this week too, from what I saw from Instagram.
Yeah,
from the Corner Crew account. Yeah. Oh God, please, Taylor, if you're listening to this, be there on Friday. That'd be awesome. Have some alumni in the house for the first game. That'd be so good. Also,
we know
better be there for her sister's first game at Holocene.
She said she would be.
Yes. No, I'm even more hyped for Friday than I am for Saturday. I'm sorry.
So ready for Friday.
Founded in 1848, the University of Ottawa adopted its official colors garnet and gray, and like many 19th century institutions, the athletic teams were known only by the school's colors. A connection was made between the shorthand
That's what a GG is?
And GG, the common British nickname for a racehorse. The unique GG's name and iconic logo known today as a result of 170 years of history.
Fun facts with Dan Scully. The more you know.
Oh my God, that's nuts.
The other exhibition game is Saturday at 5, being hosted by a certain miscolored bird.
Sorry, keep going.
Niagara hosts the Royal Military College, which is based in Ontario.
I want to go to the Army RMC game one year, man.
I click on the link for the Royal Military College provided by the league, and I get an access denied page. I'm not Canadian enough to view
nope, I just pulled it up too. I also got access denied.
Access denied. Apparently, they don't want us to see their schedule at all this year. That's unfortunate.
You can find it if you really look for it.
Probably.
In terms of games that actually count, Air Force hosts Lindenwood, who, if you don't recall, is now a full Division I school.
They beat Air Force last year.
Yeah,
they did.
That game is at 5:05 Mountain, which for those
is
of
that
us...
a one? Is that a single game?
No.
No. Okay.
And then, for those of us actually living on the East Coast, that's a 7:05 start. UMass will host AIC on Saturday at 7.
That should actually be a good game.
Probably.
That should be a good hockey game. I kind of wish I could watch it, but
Mercyhurst hosts Ohio State. They don't deserve their article.
what?
The word "the" is part of a class of
gotcha.
words
No,
called articles.
Ohio State University.
Sorry. I didn't know what you meant. I got it now. We're good.
Where did that even come from?
Don't ask. Don't care.
I hate it, but it's just like, why? Where did it come from? We'll look it up later.
I know the history behind the University of Ottawa's name. I don't know the history behind the Ohio State's name. RMU, their men's team will host Bowling Green for their first game back.
Ouch. Actually, maybe not, because Bowling Green's kind of in shambles right now too. So
yeah,
that might be a sneaky win for RMU coming back.
That'd be good. Good for them, man.
But I'm also not going to be upset if Bowling Green wins that, because somebody, actually a couple guys we know went to Bowling Green.
Oh,
Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne and Hilsey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there we go. I got it. I'm like, who are you talking about? Wayne Wilson, the captain of the 1984 National Championship Bowling Green State University Falcons. Thank you.
And Bentley hosts the Boston University Terriers on Saturday.
Oh my God, they're going to get annihilated.
The Bentley is going to get turned inside out
BU is
and
the
then
best
shot
team in
across
the
the
country.
room like a slingshot.
Hey, at least Bentley doesn't have to play him twice.
This could legit be like a first place versus last place game in the country. Not even kidding.
This could also be the first time that any team has scored 20 points in the same game.
Oh my God.
Did you imagine
BU's
that?
so good, man. I'm so glad we never play them because they are legit.
How did Bentley even get to play them? Like, that's my question.
They went there last year and got smoked.
Oh, so now
it's a return trip.
That's
Plus,
ridiculously
it's
funny.
like 10 minutes down the road too, so it's a close early game for BU.
Yeah,
because there's like a million schools in Boston. Part of me when I was there wanted to do part of me wanted to do a college hockey rink tour while I was there, just hit all of them in one day, because you can get to most of them on the train. So it would have just been train hopping all day, but whatever. I didn't. I'll do it next time.
On Sunday, the day starts early at 2. Union heads south to West Point to visit Army. Bowling Green and Robert Morris finish up a home and home at 5 o'clock on Sunday.
That's far for a home and home.
Jesus.
That's
a hike.
Air Force finishes up the series with Lindenwood, and Holy Cross will host LIU. And then on Monday, we get to play our exhibition against Guelph.
And that's after LIU hosts Penn State on Saturday. In a one game.
Jeez.
So
it's just a weird weekend.
They don't have the Canisius Niagara exhibition game on the website.
That's really odd.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Unless, which this is also very possible, College Hockey News is lying to me. It looks like they are. I don't see it on any schedules, but
I want.
That's weird.
Canisius.
So why are? I just looked at Canisius as it's not happening.
So it's not.
Sorry, it's no longer Canisius College. It's Canisius University. Forgot about that.
Whatever.
Nah, the new logo's sick.
For Canisius?
Yeah.
The school
logo. I'll send it to you. It's actually kind of sick. That's the one nice thing I will say about them. Sick jerseys, sick logo. That's about it.
Yeah, screw you guys. You suck. We own your
Griffins aren't real. And we're saying that for Guelph too, but they're they spell Griffins way different.
We're also going to say it for Grand Rapids just for good measure.
See, your hate for Grand Rapids doesn't exist for me, so.
I know it doesn't. But that's where Corey Conacher won a Calder Cup. Now you hate them.
Actually, and here comes the Embers versus Crunch rivalry that I figured was going to happen.
I don't think he ever played for them.
He might not have. It might be Norfolk.
We're going off the rails.
Yeah, you're thinking Norfolk, buddy. Doesn't even know his own franchise's history. That's so sad.
Oof.
Kidding.
It's Dan, definitely not my.
He was an Amherst for a hot second. Didn't know that. That makes me hate my life.
You definitely knew that because he was in the Sabres organization.
I knew he was a Sabre. I didn't know he was an Amherst. He was a Sabre 3 years later.
Yeah, I don't know what Who am I thinking of? 1-1 with Grand Rapids. Then that's definitely not in the scope of this podcast.
Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say right. I don't really know how I'm gonna bring y'all back in again because I don't know how to interject.
You got two good fishing poles.
Yeah, right. You guys are in the deep end.
Yeah. Fun weekend. I guess we don't really need to preview an exhibition game against Guelph. Just everybody's gonna play that.
Yeah, they're gonna let it.
And that's gonna be a nightmare for stats.
Come back for a free game on Monday.
We're gonna see Luke for sure that day. Luke Lush's.
Wait, Dan, are you not doing stats? Are you actually gonna be in corner crew on Monday?
I don't know. Tim hasn't answered me yet. What I meant
Scully,
by a nightmare for stats is it doesn't matter whether you mark it as an exhibition game or not. The software will not let you dress more than 22 players.
Well, that's stupid. So then you just shouldn't do stats and Dan Scully can sit in the corner. Dan, we're gonna need as many bodies as we can get in that corner. Okay, there's gonna be nobody there
for when this exhibition game gets chippy like it did last time.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I love
exhibition wrap it up, gentlemen,
because nobody cares. Sure, we can wrap it up, I guess. Even though we're gonna stay on the Zoom call for like another hour.
Probably. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you have not already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that notification bell so you are notified when all new episodes go live. Because there is going to be a ton of stuff coming up soon. A lot of
weekly
good hockey
episodes
games.
Are back.
Weekly episodes are back. This is the second episode this week.
That's not happening every week.
Don't get used to that. Yeah, don't get used to that at all. If you are not watching on YouTube, it's probably because you are watching over on, listening over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I was told to take the Dan Scully joke out of the Apple Podcast thing because Nate thinks it's stupid. So everybody can now know that is why that joke is not there. If you are mad that joke is not there, please leave a comment in the description of this video because
Zoe is gonna kill you for that.
We will read all the comments, and if enough of you comment saying that you want the Dan Scully doesn't like the fact that we wrote an Apple Podcast joke to return, I will bring it back. Zoe, you can fight me if you don't like that.
You basically already did just bring it back.
I know she will. I know she will. If you are watching or listening on YouTube or on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please make sure you are subscribed. There's probably a bunch of you that aren't, that just kind of go on there. And you can also be notified on Spotify and Apple Podcasts when new episodes go live. Social media links will be in the descriptions of everything. Instagram is getting big. The countdown for the ladies season, home opener is just about done. All those posts are going to be they're in a little like guide on the Instagram account. So if you want to go back and like look at the fun stuff that we posted for that whole countdown, you can. Same thing for the men once the men's one wraps up in about a week. That being said, thank you again for listening. We will see you guys all after this very exciting weekend of RIT hockey. Go Tigers.
We're officially back, baby. Let's go.
I can't wait to hear those skates cutting into the ice.
I can't wait for the goal horn.
I know, right? The goal horns are the best.
And the Hey song and I the Tiger and everything. And I'm going to pound chicken tenders when we get there. I don't care. No shame.
Me too. No, I need a hot dog. Sorry.
That's it. End the podcast there.
Yep, end the podcast there.
R-I-T, R-I-T, R-I-T.